Have you ever found yourself blowing up over something small, ghosting someone after an argument, or struggling to take criticism without feeling attacked? Imagine this: you're at a party, someone makes an offhand comment, and suddenly you're spiraling, replaying it in your head, trying to figure out if they insulted you. Emotional maturity is what keeps those moments in check, but what if you're unknowingly stuck in patterns of emotional immaturity? In this video, we're breaking down 9 subtle yet powerful signs that could reveal more about you than you think. Stick around, because by the end, you'll not only understand these behaviors but also learn how to grow past them. Emotional maturity is a vital component of leading a balanced and fulfilling life. It's the ability to manage emotions effectively, respond thoughtfully to challenging situations, and build healthy relationships. However, not everyone develops emotional maturity at the same pace, and some may exhibit signs of emotional immaturity well into adulthood. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward growth and improvement. Here are 9 key indicators that you might be emotionally immature. 1. Difficulty managing emotions. One of the clearest signs of emotional immaturity is struggling to manage your emotions. This might involve frequent emotional outbursts, such as anger, frustration, or crying in response to situations that don't warrant such extreme reactions. Immature individuals often feel overwhelmed by their feelings and may lack the tools to process or express them in constructive ways. For example, someone who yells at a coworker for minor mistakes or shuts down entirely after receiving criticism might be demonstrating emotional immaturity. Emotional regulation is a cornerstone of maturity, and learning to pause and reflect before reacting is essential for personal growth. 2. Blaming others for problems. Emotionally immature people tend to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Instead, they blame others for their problems or failures, refusing to acknowledge their role in the situation. This behavior often stems from an unwillingness to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. For instance, instead of admitting that procrastination caused them to miss a deadline, an emotionally immature individual might claim that their boss assigned too much work or that the internet was too slow. Taking accountability requires humility and self-awareness, which emotionally immature individuals often lack. 3. Avoiding conflict. While conflict can be uncomfortable, avoiding it altogether is a hallmark of emotional immaturity. Instead of addressing issues head-on, emotionally immature people might withdraw, change the subject, or resort to passive-aggressive behavior. For example, someone might ghost a friend after a disagreement rather than having a difficult conversation to resolve the issue. Conflict avoidance may temporarily reduce stress, but it prevents meaningful resolution and growth in relationships. 4. Difficulty maintaining healthy relationships. Relationships require effort, compromise, and effective communication, all of which are challenging for emotionally immature individuals. They may struggle with understanding their partner's needs, empathizing with their feelings, or working through disagreements constructively. Emotionally immature people might also exhibit selfish behavior in relationships, prioritizing their needs over their partner's. For instance, they might dismiss their partner's feelings or expect constant validation without offering support in return. Over time, this lack of emotional reciprocity can strain relationships. 5. Seeking instant gratification. Another sign of emotional immaturity is an inability to delay gratification. Emotionally immature individuals often prioritize short-term pleasures over long-term goals, which can lead to impulsive decisions and irresponsible behavior. For example, someone might splurge on an expensive vacation they can't afford instead of saving for a more practical goal like buying a house or paying off debt. While enjoying life's pleasures is important, emotional maturity involves balancing present enjoyment with future responsibilities. 6. Fear of commitment. A reluctance to commit, whether in relationships, work, or personal goals, can be a sign of emotional immaturity. This fear often stems from insecurity, a lack of self-awareness, or an unwillingness to invest the time and energy needed for long-term success. In relationships, emotionally immature individuals might shy away from defining the relationship or taking steps toward a deeper connection. At work, they might jump from one job to another, avoiding responsibilities that come with long-term roles. This pattern reflects an inability to confront the challenges and growth opportunities that come with commitment. 7. Relying on others for validation. Emotionally immature individuals often seek external validation to feel good about themselves. They might rely on praise, attention, or approval from others to boost their self-esteem, rather than cultivating a strong sense of self-worth. For instance, they might post excessively on social media, fishing for likes and comments to feel valued. While everyone appreciates recognition, emotional maturity involves developing confidence and self-assurance that isn't entirely dependent on others' opinions. 8. Struggling with empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of emotional maturity. Emotionally immature individuals often struggle to put themselves in others' shoes, leading to misunderstandings and a lack of meaningful connection. For example, an emotionally immature person might dismiss a friend's concerns as overreactions or fail to recognize when their actions hurt someone else. This lack of empathy can hinder their ability to build strong, supportive relationships. 9. Reacting defensively to feedback. Constructive criticism is an opportunity for growth, but emotionally immature individuals often perceive it as a personal attack. They may react defensively, dismiss the feedback outright, or become overly upset instead of considering how they might improve. For instance, if a coworker suggests a way to enhance their work, an emotionally immature person might lash out, claiming the coworker is being unfair, rather than reflecting on the suggestion. Emotional maturity involves listening to feedback with an open mind and using it as a tool for self-improvement. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward growth. Emotional maturity isn't something that develops overnight, but with consistent effort, anyone can improve their emotional intelligence and behavior. Here are a few strategies to help you on this journey. Practice self-awareness, reflect on your emotions and reactions. Journaling, mindfulness, or therapy can help you identify patterns in your behavior and understand their underlying causes. Learn to regulate emotions. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or counting to 10 before responding can help you manage emotions more effectively. Take responsibility. Practice owning up to your mistakes and understanding your role in situations. Accountability fosters trust and respect in relationships. Build empathy. Actively listen to others and try to see things from their perspective. Developing empathy strengthens relationships and improves communication. Seek professional help. If emotional immaturity significantly impacts your life, consider working with a therapist or counselor to address deep-rooted issues and develop healthier habits. Finally, emotional maturity is a lifelong process that requires effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to change. Recognizing signs of emotional immaturity in yourself is not a failure but an opportunity to grow into a better, more balanced version of yourself. By addressing these behaviors and striving for greater emotional intelligence, you can lead a more fulfilling life and build stronger, healthier relationships. Growth isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Take the first step today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.